Yo, what up, though, man? I got Courtesy in the building, New Jersey in the building. What you call it, Wick?
Yes,
Wick City
sir.
in the
The Wick,
building. What
the
up,
Wick,
though?
Elizabeth, New Jersey, man. Courtesy, the dark-skinned man with the forever tan, representing lead team. But yeah, I'm from Jersey, Elizabeth, New Jersey, uptown. But we call it the Wick for short. You know, we call it East Wick, but the Wick for short. So when I put the dubs up, that's for the Wick.
Now, what's the difference between a Wick and Brick City?
Well, it's just a nickname of the city. Because
Okay,
Brick City is a nickname for Newark, New Jersey.
got you,
You know what I mean? So
got
it's
you.
like it's just a nickname for them. But it's so popular because Redman came out of it, Naughty by Nature, like he used to rep Essex County. So a lot of people out of town who's not from New Jersey, when they hear Jersey, first thing they say, oh yeah, Brick City.
Got you.
Like, no nigga, I ain't from Brick City. Like Brick City is not New Jersey. That's just one part of a city that's popular that everybody knows. But I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm from the Wick.
So where's Fetty Wap from?
Fetty Wap is from Patterson, New Jersey.
Okay, do that got a nickname? Do they call it the Pat?
I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's their business, man. I don't know. But that's a whole nother city. You know
Got
what I
you.
mean?
So like you talk about the swagger or the things like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like between I guess the swagger or the differences between how people carry themselves from the Wick to the Brick. Like what's some of the major differences of the personalities or the
Um,
stereotypes?
I mean, the stereotype they have, like back in the days, they used to say like you see a lot of people with dreads in Brick City. Like you see a lot of dreadheads. Like it's a popular thing.
Got
You
you.
feel me? But I mean, there's no big difference. I mean, it's hoods in both areas.
Got you.
You feel me? It's just like I said. Like I said, it's just more popular because of the artists that came out and how much notoriety, like you know, what I mean, how popular it is from the city. It made
Got
a
you.
bigger name. So of course, that's the city everybody's more familiar with when they talk about Jersey. You
For
feel me?
sure.
But you know,
You know, like New York, when we hear the accent from New York, we hear the whole "you heard." They got that whole kind of lingo.
right.
What is the Jersey lingo? What is something that's like just distinctive, like
Damn,
to
the Jersey,
Jersey?
like, I don't know, cause we so close to New York. It's almost, we kind of similar.
So,
I got one like beat. Like I'm not beat. Like, oh, this person is real beat for you. Like, why you so beat? Meaning, like, why you so infatuated with this girl?
got
Like,
you.
if you have a female that you so into, you do anything for, you simping for her. Like, yo, you real beat.
Oh, okay, I
Like, you
got
know, I'm
you.
like, you simping, right? Like, yo, you so beat. You feel me? So that's one slang that when I say out of town, people like, what? I'm like, oh no, it's not. You know.
Now, I was in Manhattan about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, and I noticed like everybody like in Manhattan, Harlem or whatever, over in that area,
Mhm.
when you make it to Jersey, you out. Like you came up a little bit when you get on when you move to the other side of that
Right,
bridge. So
right.
like how do you feel about New Yorkers coming across the other side of that
I
bridge?
don't give a fuck. That's not my business. I don't care. Go find somewhere where your ops can't find you. You feel what I'm talking
Got you.
about? Like, it don't matter to me. I'm not. I don't own New Jersey. The white people do. You feel
Got
what I'm
you.
talking about? At the end of the day, it's like you always want to. You don't want to stay in the hometown you grew up in after you get on.
That's real.
We don't got to go too deep into that.
That-
We all know why. You feel
absolutely.
me?
So like when it comes to like the politics for you growing up in Jersey, man, what was that like for you growing up in Jersey, man? What was your upbringing like?
Um, you know, my pops died when I was younger, so my mom was left to raise me and my brother. But you know, she fell victim to drugs and for depression. You know what
Got
I
you.
mean? Because all she knew was my pops. She was married to him. And, you know, she was only about 24, 25, and my pops was only 31 when he passed away.
Oh man,
So,
young.
you know, me growing up, being as in, you know, me older now, I understand that, you know, my mom was only in her 20, like early 20s. When you look at somebody in 20s, you think they old when you're a kid until you hit that age. Like, yo, you were just a baby. Like, you don't know much. Like,
That's
you know what I
real.
mean? So, then I was, you know what I mean? I ended up being raised by my grandparents. And, you know, around that time, I fell in love with music. And I
Got you.
always stuck to it. You know what I mean? I've been through my ups and downs, whatever. You know what I mean? Like every young kid in the urban community. You feel what I'm
For
talking
sure.
about? But I made it through all that. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to make it through all that. You feel me? But you know, keep my head straight, man. I'm very focused. I'm super focused about my situation, about my business. And like I said, I got a tunnel vision, bro. I got a tunnel vision. So when people see my work, they know that I really put 110% in it. I got no time to play games. I don't look to my left. I don't look to my right. I'm straight fucking forward with it.
Got you. I know. Coming from Jersey, you right there. You Jersey, New York, ground zero for hip hop, and I think it may not be no other place on the planet that takes hip hop so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any pressures from being so close to the origin of hip hop? When you say I'm gonna be a rapper, do people look at you like, okay, let me hear what you got? Do they judge harder when it comes to music?
They used to back in the days, but now, not really. Because right now it's more the game so changed. Like, yo, do you got a good record that's gonna keep me entertained and want to listen to you?
Got you.
The attention span is
Out of there.
it's man. Listen, it's like, you know, they open the floodgates are open, and everybody's bum rushing.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. So, you know, but you know what's good about it also is that because there's so many whack ass rappers, if you happen to be a real talented rapper, you won't stand out.
That's real.
You feel me? And you know what I mean? I put the pen to the pad for real. I'm not one to do is going and punching lines. I don't knock nobody, but I'm not gonna sit here and cap like I punch lines.
Got
like,
you.
Nah, when you hear my shit, you know he really put some thought into it. 'Cause I'm an artist, I'm a writer. Like,
right.
I write music. Like, I'm not no regular ass rapper. You feel me? So I treat my music as such. And I have to tell people at the end of the day, you know, like, ain't no pressure for me. It's not really that much pressure right now because people don't even give a fuck about rap.
So
It's crazy.
What
Not
do you
that much.
What do you feel like the state of like East Coast rap right now? Because for so long, you know, you saw it go in the waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, East Coast being the mecca, ground zero, had a lock on hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, during the '90s movement, the East Coast versus West Coast, you seen kind of a battle for the East and the West for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody never thought the South was going to jump in, but it was almost like once the South got in it, they locked it. And it's just been here, you know, been in the South since then for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like East Coast hadn't had a chance to really resurge to get to the level it once was. Like, I mean, you see some artists pop out. I mean, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. You had some artists, you know, Young and May. Damn, what's
Cardi B.
Cardi B. You got the whole
French Montana.
well, y'all got a few. Y'all got a few that's still going hard.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, you start naming them off. I'm trying to think of the crew. The one dude that looked like Rocky. Fuck, what's his dude name?
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky. The whole
A$AP
A$AP crew. Yeah, the A$AP mob. But it's like it almost never got to just stick, and that East Coast just took over. So, like, how do you look at the East Coast hip hop now in this time frame?
I mean, the way I look at it right now is like, I think it's one of those. How can I use it as a metaphor? I think they've been so shocked, maybe because they kind of lost the momentum of now the South got it in control, that it got the artists scrambling for themselves now to try to make it, because it's like, yo, ain't no really not much of a unity. It's like if you popping, that's when niggas want to fuck with you. You
Gotcha.
feel me? So right now it's every man for themselves type of situation, trying to figure it out, because we don't have that type of unity to the point that, you know, I can see a lot of artists don't want to roll the dice and try to get with people because you don't know the person's pride, the person's ego, or you might have an idea and the person might run with it. You feel me? So when you're not accustomed to that type of environment, how do you know how to conduct in it?
Gotcha.
You feel me? Really? You feel me? So with the East Coast, it's like, the thing is this, there's a lot of artists out there who's dope and talented. So, you know, the table's always going to turn.
For sure.
It's always going to turn. You feel me? And at the end of the day, I'm not really looking at East Coast, West Coast, down south. I'm looking at it as you got a hit record, because it don't matter where the fuck you from once you got that record.
So it looked like you got a hit record on your hand, approaching 20 million views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because TIK TOK Shake is
TIK TOK Shake.
Kind of talk about that record, man, and just the success of that record and the creation of that record.
Yeah, it was during the pandemic. Everybody was on TikTok. I happen to notice that I'm more on an Instagram platform. I don't be on TikTok like that.
Gotcha.
But I noticed that everybody would repost their TikTok videos onto Instagram. And, you know, niggas is in the crib, not doing much. And, you know, I'm like, damn. Like, I'm not finna be doing no dances and all that. Like, that's not my swag or nothing like that. Doing a little, you know what I mean? I don't knock it, but that's just not me. I'm not finna be trying to learn a routine. You know what I mean? So I took the route like Jamie Foxx. The Jamie Foxx show, he used to work for a company. He had to write jingles.
I remember that shit.
So I'm like, you know what? Everybody's doing dances to this on this platform to other songs from old to new, and they researching old records and putting them back on the chart, right? But I'm like, yo, let me write a jingle, like a theme song, but that's hitting, where it's like the bars is you say some shit, the beat is rocking, and the females gonna like it, and the kids at the same time. How we gonna do this? Got it. Did the record, recorded it, called the director that I knew. I said, bro, I got this idea. I manifested, bro. I got it. Come to the crib. Invited 3 women to come to the crib that I knew. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make a fun concept. We ain't gotta think too hard about it. That video I shot in my apartment.
That's dope.
It's all about using what you got to make it work. Let me tell you how I done spent some bread on other music videos, my guy. And it's like, got a couple of thousand views. The shit I did in my apartment was 3 chicks, with some like just being creative and having a fun, like we just having fun.
Gotcha.
It wasn't hard. I didn't think too deep into it. I'm like, yo, let's just do this. Like, I'm gonna be a delivery pizza guy. 3 chicks stuck in a fucking crib or some quarantine shit, and they get excited because it's like, dude that came in, they ain't had that much fun, because we all felt like that, just trapped in the crib. Like, damn, I need some right now. I need opposite sex around me or something. Just, you know what I mean? I need some type of excitement just to play off that fun theme. You feel me? And it took off. Like, it's my first video and record taking off, so it's so kind of surreal, because you know, when I got that email from YouTube and I just hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm like, all right, cool. Now you can monetize your page. You feel me? Then I get an email when I hit 1 million. I'm like, oh, I hit 1 million. I'm like, man, I didn't make that announcement right away because I wasn't too sure. I never hit 1 million before. Like, I done been putting music videos for years. You feel me? So when you get it, you be like, yo, is this
Is real?
like, somebody paid for these fake ass views. Somebody trying to put a prank on me, like. And then I get another email, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, yo, God. Oh, nah, that's my time. This is my motherfucking time. I think I got it. Say word. Bro, got a YouTube Studio app, and I looked at my YouTube Studio app, and it breaks down where your views are coming from and all that. Now I understand why niggas don't want to sign, bro. Because I'm looking at the bread I'm making off of YouTube alone. If I was signed to some labels, I think it would have took a chunk of that shit, right?
Facts.
Niggas, get your hands off my shit.
But to be fair, they would have gave you a chunk up front.
Right.
Without, and you they hoping they taking a chance to hope you go viral.
Right. You know what I mean? I took a chance on my
time.
motherfucking stuff. You feel me? I put the bread. But I did marketing and, you know what I mean, behind it.
For sure.
But, I tell these artists, man, you gotta run these ads. You gotta, like, you can't just put a music video out and that's it, man. Nigga, like, now you gotta push that shit like you doing a party. Push the flyer. What's your flyer? Well, virtually your flyer is them ads.
Got you.
And either they gonna, you know how a person pick your flyer and throw it on the floor, or they might pick it and put it in the back pocket. For me, pressing that motherfucking subscribe is their back pocket.
Facts. That's
Skipping,
real.
you throwing my flyer on the floor. That's the metaphor I want these artists to understand. Your YouTube channel, that's your TV. Give them an episode. Give them the episode. You know what I mean? The first episode might not get them. 3rd episode. But once they got that one show that they like, then they gonna go back.
Right.
Oh shit. You gotta treat your video like, you know what I mean? My EPs, I treat them like I said, like seasons. You feel me? I dropped 1 season, which is my first project, courtesy of. I dropped another season, right?
Gotcha.
So now, as I drop these singles, if somebody see one of my singles that they hear and they like it, which is like a show, right? What happened when you find out a new show, like somebody just put you on to? You gonna go back and see if there's other more.
That's real.
Seasons. They like, oh shit, it's 2 seasons? Well, I get to just sit back and watch and listen to everything. That's how I look at it when it comes to my music. That's how I look at it when it comes to my YouTube channel.
Gotcha.
Now one of my shows hit. Now these people are subscribing to my channel. So now instead of being too excited and celebrating this one, I'm like, yo, I gotta produce more episodes. I mean, of course, metaphorically speaking, videos to keep them entertained and keep them want to always stay tuned. So now, like, my subscribers are growing, and I can't wait till I hit that 100,000, because I heard and learned, not heard, but I actually learned that when you reach a certain amount of subscribers on YouTube, you're gonna automatically get some amount of views on all your music videos.
Pretty much a percentage anyway, for sure.
Yeah, like, because it's gonna come up in the feed of all those people, like, oh, new video. Boop. You feel me?
That's
And
real.
I got some shit for them that I ain't even released yet. That's how happy I am because I've been waiting to get that attention because I had nothing but good, great music and visuals. Now these people get to go back to see my other old music videos. When I mean like I've been putting good, great visuals and dope ideas behind my shit.
Yeah.
Now people get to sit back and be entertained like, oh wow, he had this. I know, oh he had this. Oh. And then when they see how versatile I am, none of my music sound the same.
Gotcha.
None of it. And even though when I'm switching my flow, my style, it don't sound like I'm forcing it. You feel what
Gotcha.
I mean? There's some artists who just stuck in one type of lane, whatever, but any type of flow melody I do, it don't sound forced.
Being that you had such big success with this record, is it pressure to try to achieve that second?
Hell no. Well, you know how comfortable I am? TIK TOK Shake ain't shit compared to other music I got. Like I do this. I'm a writer. Like
But I'm
I've been
saying, like,
prepared
but
for
when
that.
you're looking at the numbers and you seeing the rewards or the fruits of hitting those numbers, and when you see other songs, you feel like, man, this was way better, but it still hadn't hit that song. Does it the measurements of that song? Does it put pressure on you to either say, let me make another song like this to make more money? Obviously, I'm tapping into this well right here. Or do you go back and say, you know what, let me keep doing what I'm doing and try to get what I'm doing up to that?
No, there's no pressure. I mean, I do see something that works, so you know, I'll tap into it. But pressure, no, because like I said, it was, I was being real myself.
Gotcha.
When what I did different with this music video that's doing well, opposed to the ones in our past, I really didn't have that money and understanding of how to do marketing.
Gotcha.
When it comes to ads, when it comes to like getting social media and figuring out how to get people's attention to go get towards a video. You feel me? So you understand, I was learning. As I was putting out these dope ass videos, I also was learning, all right, how do you market? So by the time I got that knowledge and I was dropping some shit, boom.
Gotcha.
So as I use all my techniques, all the stuff that I learned from the courses I bought from being on YouTube University and learning how to do, all right, now, and then having more money to play with, knowing where to put my money in now.
Got you.
You feel me? That's the only difference. You feel me? Because the song it's a hip hop song. I ain't doing nothing too crazy, too different. I always have good records. I just didn't know how to push it.
So, like, with that being said, and you figuring out, like, hey, the biggest thing most people flaw is when it comes to music or any business is knowing how to market it.
Yeah.
So you figure that out now. So now you in this space of hip hop and you starting to travel around and you moving around now. Things are opening up and you're here in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your first time coming here, right?
Right. Well, I've been here prior before.
Right, okay.
But not doing as much as promo run as like I'm doing
Got you.
this time around.
So, like, coming to Texas, man, how has the reception been to the music? And what were some of your preconceptions about what Texans are like coming here?
All right. My pre-thoughts of Texas, I thought they were like, yeah, country as hell.
Gotcha.
Like, you know, when you think of Texas, you think of
cowboy hats and horses,
cowboys. It's stereotypical type shit like an East Coast person would think. You feel me?
Gotcha.
But my music that I write, when you hear it, you couldn't tell I'm from Jersey.
Gotcha.
Because again, going back to the writing situation, I always like to write different type of music, whatever, you know what I mean, region or area, whatever y'all bop to, I'm gonna do a record like that. Cause I put myself in a position, so I'm gonna have to write for other people.
It's real.
How would this person in that zone will make it, or would say it, or what type of beat or instrumental would they use? At the end of the day, I don't sound like nobody, but I could put the pen and the pad and do it and give you something for your cadence for you to enjoy in that region. So when I came to Texas and started and performing the music I did, the attention I got was great. Like I performed here before about 3 years ago.
That's dope.
And I've been coming here. I came on one time again last year, and I've been doing shows. And ever since I did them shows, there's some people I connected with out here who I built with, and like the love has always been real. Like I had somebody hit me up today on my Instagram who's from Dallas. I don't follow this girl or nothing. She hit me up I guess she watched my IG story. She's like, "You in Dallas?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yo, for how long?" I'm like, "I'm only in town for one night. I got one show." She's like, "I have to see you." I was just showing them in the car. I have to see you. I'm like, "Yo, love, I'm about to get on stage in 10 minutes. You feel me?" But the fact that, you know what I mean, just that one person. Because sometimes a lot of people follow you, they won't message you. You know what I mean? But the fact that that person from Dallas hit me up, you know what I mean? That made me feel good. Like, damn, I'm in the city and a fan reached out who really was like excited I was in town. Like, yo, I gotta come see you.
That's dope.
You feel me?
And you can't take that for granted. Social media has made it very possible to connect to your fans without the backing of a major machine. I want to get to kind of current topics before we get out of here, and I just want to pick your mindset, being that you're from a different demographic. So you've seen the whole situation that happened recently with Sweetie and Quavo in the elevator.
Yeah.
We seen this issue happen 2 other times before with other artists. Remember Jay-Z in the elevator with Solange. Remember Ray Rice with his lady, the football Baltimore Raven, when he had punched his lady, his wife, a couple of years ago in the elevator. So now we come to Quavo and Saweetie in the elevator. Was Quavo abusive towards Saweetie, or did she just lose a tug of war?
My opinion,
Yeah.
she lost a tug of war.
I agree.
You feel me? Like I said, I've been in situations. We're in a world where a lot of women know the advantage they have when it comes to marriages, when it comes to having babies. You know what I mean? Like child support. When it comes to marriages, you still gotta take care of me.
Yeah.
The rules.
It's a double standard.
The legal rules is more towards the females in certain situations where it benefits the women more.
Right.
So women, when they knowing that, the women are very petty and catty with each other. It's just women nature. Just women nature.
Yep.
They do take advantage, and I've been in a situation where women will hit you with you. Guys say you can walk away. Sometimes you can't walk away. When I mean can't walk away, not meaning that you have to fight back, meaning that if you're walking away and somebody keep pounding your head, as a man, you have no choice to just grab the woman and say, yo, control it. But then from the outside looking in, it's such a sensitive topic. Once a man does anything, tussling anything with a woman, yeah.
That's real.
And it's like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm sure you taught your daughters, don't put your hands on a man, because sometimes there's a man out there who will knock a girl the fuck out and give them what you asking for. You want to act tough? I'm gonna give you tough.
For sure.
I don't condone that. But from what I see, it was like a tug of war. But
hold on one second. Yo. Yo.
But sadly, in a situation like this, it's such a sensitive situation. Like any man that's caught in any type of action with a woman, he automatically look bad.
That's real.
And it's like, we gotta really people have to really have an open mind. Sometimes people go through stuff, or people just wanna just pin like that. But in this society, it's not fair. It's not fair, and you have to look at it in both ways. You feel me? Because sometimes the man is not the aggressor all the time. Sometimes the man he's the one that's trying to stop it.
Because nobody prosecuted Solange for trying to kick Jay-Z in that elevator.
You feel me? If that's you see how it would have been if it was vice versa and Jay-Z doing that, right?
Boy.
And nobody pressed charges, the police would have took upon themselves to open up the case.
Now, to that statement though, LA police did open up a case for Saweetie and Quavo.
I guess they make an investigation to see what it is. Yeah, but it's like, once they caught on camera, it just looked bad on both parties. I'm not taking sides. It looked bad on both parties, you know what I mean? Because
I'm taking a side. It was a tug of war. She tried to take the bag. He ain't never put his hands on her. He was strong enough to keep the bag. They both failed. She failed.
And he did keep the elevator open for her, like, all right, come on. Yeah, you know what I mean? But you know how the camera's on, dramatic. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they both, like I said, they both been in situations where it's like it didn't look good on both their behalf.
So to end it, man, like with 2021 here, and you making your moves, and we getting into the summertime, man. Like, what can we expect? What's the goal right now?
Oh, summertime is a lot more shows. I'm hitting a lot more cities, a lot more visuals, because the visuals I already have a visual already done. I'm ready when I go back home. I'm shooting 2 more visuals. Nothing but back-to-back bangers. Like I said, I'm finna be everybody's new favorite artist. The shit I'm coming with, the music, my performance, the creativity in my music videos. I'm the next one.
Hey, man, Courtesy, man, congrats on the success, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
We got to tap in. We got to lock in once we get off here, man. So anytime you come to Texas, bro, holla at your boy.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, for sure, man. Till we